Welcome back to Dreamfall, the longest journey. We just made it past the security door in the Wati Corp Museum, and we stole somebody's custodian uniform so that we can sneak our way in and find, I believe his name is Damien. Just a fair warning, there are going to be a lot of glitches in this episode. I'm going to show you how to get past them once they happen, or at least what worked for me when it happened.
It won't budge. I'll need to wait until that bot comes back.
Make sure you save your game frequently throughout this section of the game. And also, if you're walking through this tunnel, it should automatically get you through like a cutscene. If it doesn't, you know you're going to have to start all over in this section because it glitched. You won't be able to get out of the tunnel.
Locked.
Who are you? Are you new?
Yes. Yes, I just started. I'm going up to, the 4th floor to...
Well, go on then. Don't waste my time. Also, for your information, they don't like it when you talk to anyone, so don't.
I love this little elevator ride because for some reason, Zoe just decides to give this woman attitude. Like, we have no choice. She just gives her full attitude. It's great.
So... No, nothing. Sorry.
What?
Sorry. Just clearing my throat. Dry air. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. The air.
Dry.
Almost there.
Please stop immediately, honored guest. Please, honored guest, do not leave the waiting area without an authorized escort. Thank you, and have a fulfilling and productive day.
Emergency exit. It's probably hooked up to an alarm system.
Again, really sorry for the audio issues in my game. I really wish I knew how to fix it, because, especially with headphones, it's so irritating to listen to. I'm sorry. It's gonna happen a lot.
This must be Damien Kavanagh's office. And that's the only person I see in here. So, Damien?
Hello, can I help you?
I'm looking for Damien Kavanagh.
Speaking. Well, what do you need? I have clearance to work today.
I don't work here. I'm a friend of Reza Tamiz, Jericho.
Jericho? Jesus. How did you... Hold on a second. Let me just...
What did you just do?
I made sure that this remains a private conversation. How did you get in here? This place is a bloody fortress.
I'm getting good at finding my way into impenetrable fortresses. I'm Zoe.
Damien Cav... You already know who I am, which I find sort of disturbing. I told Jericho that he couldn't talk to anyone about this. Did Jericho send you? I haven't been able to contact him.
Jericho's gone. Something's happened to him. But he left me enough info to locate you.
He's disappeared. Oh, Jesus. That's not good. But what about Rio? She went to see Jericho 5 days ago.
Is she... Are you close?
We work together. Why? What's happened?
I think she's... dead.
Are you serious? Oh, Jesus. I'm in way over my head on this one. I shouldn't have asked her to go. What happened to her?
I don't know. I found her in Jericho's apartment. She was hooked up to this white plastic thing, and there were wires going into her head.
The dreamer.
What?
That's what it's called. A dreamer. It's not supposed to kill you.
I know. They hooked me up to one.
Who hooked you up to a dreamer?
2 girls. Twins. I don't know who they work for, but I'm guessing they're connected to your company.
I've seen them around. They work for Miss Gilmore, the president.
I think maybe they got to Rio as well. And they're after Jericho... after Reza. I was hoping he'd made it here.
I haven't heard from him since Thursday. Sorry. Rio rang me when she got into Casablanca and told me she'd met with Jericho.
That must have been right before... I found her in Jericho's apartment, and minutes later the Eye raided the place. I was arrested, but they let me go the next morning.
Is there anyone who isn't involved in this?
This? What? I decided to track Reza down in order to help him. He's my best friend. But I don't know what this is, or what I've gotten myself involved in. Now Reza's vanished, and you're the only lead I have left. Can you please just tell me what this is?
You don't know anything.
Only what I've picked up on the way here. Reza never shares his stories with me. I know that Watty Corp is working on something, and that they've been testing it out on people in Newport. You called it the Dreamer. I know that the Dreamer is probably connected to the static somehow, and that is most likely what Reza was investigating in the first place. And I also know that Watty Corp is keen to keep all of this under wraps. Keen enough to kill people. Apart from that, I have no idea who you are, what you've told Reza, what Rio was doing in his apartment, and what this Dreamer thing is all about. So you're going to have to fill me in, and I'm not leaving here until you do. I've come too far to go back now. If I can't help Reza, at least I want to know why. I want the truth.
Right. Well, okay. I understand you want the truth. I wish I could tell you. I'm putting myself at great risk here, Zoe. I don't know who you are. For all I know, you could be working for the corporation. And then again, if you do, I'm already done for anyway, so... You're right about all of it. What a corpse working on something big. the Dreamer. It's a device that'll let you dream anything you've got a mind to dream. Lucid dreams. You're awake and in control. Can you just imagine the possibilities? Every other entertainment medium would simply disappear overnight. Why watch a movie when you can dream it? It was destined to be the biggest thing in history, and was supposed to go on the market in a few months from now. However, about 3 months ago, something happened. There was a contamination in the network that connects each Dreamer console with the central processor, Dreamcore. I used to work on the network code, the parts that link the Dreamers with DreamNet. When the problem appeared, my bosses asked me to head up the group charged with identifying the problem on this end, to weed out the bugs. What we discovered was that DreamNet was beginning to slip out of our control. There was a contamination, but it wasn't a bug. It wasn't internal. We figured someone had hacked into the network and introduced a virus or worm, something sneaky and adaptable. It didn't take me long to realize there was a link between the static and our problems. The static wasn't the cause, it was the effect. Whatever had infiltrated DreamNet was, for lack of a better word, leaking out onto the wire, causing glitches and system crashes. When I told my supervisors, I was instructed to not ask any questions and to just keep working on the problem. So I did what they told me, but at the same time I started digging deeper on my own. And that's when I met Rio. She was working with the biological systems that run our code and operates DreamNet, the central processor known as Dreamcore. She'd been digging too, and like me, she'd reached an impasse. So we started working together to identify and nail down the contamination. We figured that sooner or later the static would be traced back to Watercorp, and then we'd be out of a job. Besides, it was getting serious. People were dying. So we kept digging, and then one day, about a week ago, we discovered something that changed everything. We discovered the truth behind Project Alshara, behind DreamNet, behind the Dreamers. Wadi isn't making these things to entertain people. They're making them to spy on and to control people. DreamNet was designed to record people's dreams, and Dreamcore was designed to analyze them. Wadi Corp can extract private and personal information about anyone who's ever been connected to a Dreamer. And that's just the beginning. By feeding data back through the Dreamer, they can plant thoughts, instructions, even hypnotic suggestions in people's heads. DreamNet is the biggest brainwashing experiment of all time, disguised as mindless entertainment.
And now someone's hacking into it.
What? Oh, right. Exactly. Someone's trying to take control of the network, the most dangerous weapon of all time. Rio and I, we realized we had to tell someone, but we also knew that the corporation would do anything to protect their secret. If we went to the media, we'd be dead. We had to find someone with the guts to expose Wati while protecting our identities.
The hand that bites.
Who better to expose this conspiracy than Jericho and his notorious feed? We knew he wouldn't be afraid to go up against Watercorp. So we got in touch, and then Rio went over to Casablanca to meet him. She brought a prototype Dreamer with her to prove we weren't crazy. We knew the risk, but what else could we do? And now, I can't believe Rio's dead. And Jericho. I'm afraid that if nothing's done, this will keep escalating. The static will get worse, DreamNet will be hijacked, or the corporation will launch the Dreamer. Any way you turn it, it's bad. Real bad.
This is... And you're sure about this, Damien? It sounds like science fiction.
The people behind it seem to believe that it's possible. And the Dreamer works. I've tried it many times. It's incredible. Like nothing you've ever experienced.
But to know that they have free access to your innermost thoughts...
I won't use it again, that's for sure. Now with everything I know now.
Is there anything you can do to stop it?
I don't know. I've been thinking about it since I first realized what was happening. The static's starting to kill people. And if the Dreamer launches, I don't want to think about what might happen then. So yes, something can probably be done, but I can't do it by myself. The plan was for Rio to help me when she got back from Casablanca. I don't know who else to trust. So, I'm a bit stuck.
You can trust me.
Yeah, I know, but you're not... I can't just ask... Why would you want to help?
Why? How can I not help? I may not be any closer to finding Reza, but at least I can do my part in exposing this conspiracy.
It's too dangerous. You could get caught. Or worse.
If you knew what I'd been through these past few days, you wouldn't say that. Whatever it is you need me to do, I'll do it.
Are you sure?
Damien, we don't have a choice. This is what Reza was doing. He was taking a stand. He was risking his life to expose Waticorp. I can't run away from this one. I have to do this. For Reza. For everyone. For myself.
Sounds like you've really thought this one through. Okay, if you're sure.
I'm sure.
Well, you've definitely arrived in the nick of time. If we're doing this, we have to do it now.
Just tell me what we're doing. I'm ready.
Okay, good. So we need evidence. We need to know where the intrusion is coming from, and we need to stop the static from causing any more damage.
So how do we do all that?
I have to stay here. This is the only place I can access the system from. You, on the other hand, you're going on a long hike into the Wati Caves. From the time I open this door, you have 30 minutes to make it down to minus 58. That shouldn't be too hard. At least you don't have to go up. Yet.
I'm fit.
You definitely look it. Okay. One moment.
And this glitch, it's super annoying. So you get stuck in the door and it doesn't move on. Some people have had success just closing out of the game, but you have to go through that conversation again. But somehow, the second time I was going through, all I did was press my Windows key to get out of the game and then went back into it without closing it down all the way. I didn't have to go back a save or anything. I just changed the window and then came back to it, and it like jumped me to the next part, and that worked. So if closing your game doesn't work, just try that first because it's quicker. And if that doesn't work, close your game, and eventually she'll make her way through. Sometimes you just have to get it to the point where she can start walking and you just gotta wiggle her through. It's very annoying.
Alright, Zoe. So you know what to do.
I go down to sub-level 58. In exactly half an hour from now, you'll disengage the alarm, and I'll open the door.
Remember that once you're through, the door will be tagged for maintenance by the security systems. you open it again before the scheduled time, we're screwed.
I got that.
And the rest of it?
I got it. All of it.
Good. Keep in mind that I can't call you while we're inside the building, so we won't be in touch until this is over. Best of luck, Zoe.
Thanks, Damien. You too.
He also glitches on the way out of this little stairway for some reason. I did the same thing. I just minimized the game, came back in, and it was good to go.
I need to go all the way down to minus 58. I need to go all the way down to minus 58.
I'm not sure if I ran into a glitch on the way down the stairs, but I saw level 54 twice, maybe 3 times, but eventually I got to the cutscene at the bottom, or not a cutscene, but it jumped me to the bottom like it was supposed to. I don't exactly know what's supposed to happen here, but whatever.
Still a few minutes left. I have to wait. The light's green. Time to go.
First off, keep an eye out for spiders. If they spot you, you're toast. Use doorways and ventilation shafts to hide in when they're close. Stay quiet and out of sight, and you'll be fine. Alright, so in order to get into the Dreamcore itself, you need to find a way into the offices surrounding the core room. And to do that, we have to cut the power to the doors. I can shut down the necessary grids if you can patch me into the closed circuit system down there. Locate and remove the wall panel marked PSA1 and upload the software I gave you directly into the system. The panel is on the outer wall of the hallway, on the opposite side of where you come in, close to the doors to subsection 2. It may be hard to spot, so keep your eyes open. And remember to keep your eyes and ears open for spiders. I want you back in one piece.
Alright, this is it. I've completed the transition from bored college dropout to secret agent. My mission? To infiltrate a high-security lab, insert a worm into an organic computer, and get out undetected. How did I end up here? Last week I was watching soaps and eating potato chips in my underwear. Anyway, the first thing I need to do is find a panel on the outer wall of this hallway. Shouldn't be too difficult.
This is a closed environment, and that's where the air is coming from. There's something in that wall. There's a sliding panel here, and it's marked PSA1. That's the one. It's open. I can access the closed-circuit system now. It's open. I can access the closed-circuit system now. I'll just upload Damien's software into the closed-circuit system. There. That should allow him to shut off the power to the office doors.
As soon as you upload the patch, I'll be able to shut off the power to the doors. After that, you should be able to get into the offices. Unfortunately, the door to the core room itself will still be locked. It operates on its own secure grid, and the only way to get into the core is to use an authorized access key. We'll get to that later. Now, you need to scan the bioworm I gave you, and before you can do that, you'll need to place it in a special capsule. You'll find those capsules in the laboratory just down the hall from the panel.
Okay, that's one thing crossed off the list. Now I need to find a capsule to put this worm into. Damien said to look in the laboratory.
This must be the laboratory. I can't access this. Even Liv software wouldn't stand a chance against the security systems Watty employ. This looks like the kind of capsule I need to scan the worm.
After inserting the worm into the capsule, you'll need to scan it. You'll also need to scan yourself. The scanners, with my remote assistance, will upload both yours and the worm's DNA into the Dreamcore's guardware. This will allow you access through the airlock. Both scanners are located in the med lab.
Next, I need to scan both the worm and myself. The scanners are in the med lab.
This looks like the security office. Damien told me not to go in there until I'm ready. The security's pretty heavy. I'm guessing this is the cybernetics office. This is the med lab. It's a small biometric scanner. Put your specimen in a capsule, stick it in there, and it reads all the relevant biometric data.
DNA and cellular composition of biological entity analyzed and cleared for entry and insertion into core.
It's a full-body scanner. It reads all my biometric data and uploads it to the system.
DNA and cellular composition analyzed.
After you've scanned both the worm and yourself, you need to locate a key to the core room. The security officer in shift won't be in his office. I'll make sure of that. But Rio told me they always keep a spare key around. That's in blatant violation of security procedures, but it makes our job a lot easier. You'll need to search the security offices to find it.
Now I have to find the key to get into the Dreamcore. Damien told me there would be a data key in the security office somewhere, and he'd make sure that the guard would be away from his post.
This is the security office. The security in this office is pretty heavy. I'll need to do exactly what Damien told me to do.
The security office has an isolated grid that isn't connected to the building systems. If it's on, I'm afraid you're going to have to disengage that too. It can be switched off from the inside by one of the security spiders. Check the cybernetics office. There should be an extra spider in there. Use the software I uploaded to your mobile to control it remotely. Inside the security office there'll be a dock where the spider can access the local grid. The spider you'll be controlling won't have the right security clearance, however, so you'll need to find a way to upgrade its clearance. If you fry one of the patrolling spiders and download its clearance, you should be able to dock with the security office grid.
There's heavy security in the security office. That didn't come as a big surprise. Now I have to shut down the grid. The only way to do that is from inside the security office using a spider. Lovely. I used to hate those things. Now I simply loathe them. Damien said there'd be a spider on standby in the cybernetics office, and he gave me the software to remote control it. Make sure you keep an eye on where the spiders are, otherwise you'll end up just trying to turn around and boom, dead.
Damien said that I can control a spider remotely with the software he put on my mobile.
The security office should be accessible now. I'll need to find the data key to unlock the door to the Dreamcore.
More spiders! If I never see another one of those, it'll be too soon. It's a docking pad for the spiders. Who would be stupid enough to leave a data key in? In a jacket pocket? Yes. Idiots.
When you've found the spare key in the security office, use it to enter the core room. We need to get the worm into the Dreamcore. Once that's done, I can start pulling information from the core to my console. To get to the core, you must pass through the airlock and a decontamination process. And don't worry, it's perfectly harmless. From this point on, you'll need to be vigilant. There's a team on duty in the core room, most likely 2 or 3 scientists. They'll be preoccupied, however, so you should be able to sneak past them. If they spot you, they'll trigger the alarm and you'll be fried, literally. Go to the lower platform. That's where you'll find the injection tube. Insert the capsule with the worm into the tube, push the button, and the worm will do the rest. After that, all you need to do is stay low and get out as fast as you can. I'll cut the alarm to the fire exit at the agreed time, so be there. If anything should go wrong, you'll need to find another way out on your own.
It's a data key scanner. I hope this key is active. Let's see. This controls the access to the decontamination chamber between the observation platform and the core itself.
This is it. Time to enter the core room itself and insert the worm into the Dreamcore. I'll need to keep an eye out for people. If they see me, they'll trigger the security routines.
That's incredible. It looks like an alien creature. It's hard to believe that it's a biological computer. It's huge.
What are you doing here?
He seems pretty wrapped up in his work. Unless I get too close, I should be able to sneak by him. something in that wall. There's something in that wall.
She's getting agitated. We need to calm her down.
The core's definitely reacting to external stimuli. But what? This doesn't look like the normal spikes. And there's absolutely no activity on DreamNet. What's eating her?
Good question. Whatever it is, it's serious. I've never seen her like this.
Uh-oh. Guess who decided to pay us a little visit?
Gilmore.
None other. She's probably here for another status report. Why can't she just be happy with the daily briefings from the chief?
Don't say anything stupid, okay? I don't fancy getting fired just because you shoot your mouth off to her. She is the boss.
And what idiot gave her that job? She has absolutely no qualifications.
Shh. Miss Gilmore, what an unexpected honor. May we help you with anything?
I thought I'd come down here to check on the progress myself. Why are there only 2 of you here?
It's Sunday evening. The team can't work 24 hours a day. They'll start making mistakes and...
We're on shifts, Miss Gilmore. Dr. Lee and I have the core until tomorrow morning.
Shifts. We're 4 months away from launch, everything's gone to hell, and your team's working shifts. People can take the day off when this crisis has been resolved. If Alchera doesn't launch as planned, you'll all be fired.
I don't think you...
I couldn't care less what you think. That's not what I pay you for. I pay you to find out who's fucking with my project.
We're working on that. But it's been a difficult day. There've been spikes, and the leakage is getting worse.
Meaning what?
There have been fresh outbreaks of static interference across the wire, coinciding with violent fluxes in Angana.
What sort of fluxes?
Both physical spasms, like nervous twitches, and bursts of pure energy, and data. Hugely complex bursts of data. It doesn't make sense, but Angana appears to be... how shall I put this? Expanding, okay? There's more data inside it than it can physically store.
How's that even possible?
It really isn't. That's also why it's overloading, creating spikes that travel at the speed of light into the wire. If it keeps expanding...
We might theoretically be able to shut it down, but we don't know what consequences that might have, both to the project and to the wire.
It could be catastrophical. Everything connected to the wire, and I mean everything, could conceivably be affected.
It's not an option. Disregarding the possible effects to the wire, if there's any chance the project's timeline will be thrown off, it's unacceptable. You'll have to identify the problem and isolate the intrusion into the system. Now, I want a detailed breakdown of what your team's doing and when I can expect to see concrete results. Can we stabilize the Dreamcore?
For short periods of time, which gives us a window to test DreamNet. Angana has responded positively to direct infusions of Morpheus.
All right. Walk me through the process.
This place must be ancient, but that thing looks as good as new. Solid craftsmanship. That's him, the man I've been following. I haven't seen any other boats here. I'll need to find some other way to get to the other side. One of those creatures sang to the door, and it opened up. Magic. You gotta love that creature didn't touch the door. It just opened as if by magic. So magic then. Always with the magic.
So if you stand too close, these guys will run away. But you have to also wait for them to get to the door so that you can get in behind them. It's a struggle, this whole next part. Make sure you're crouching, and also it's kind of wonky, so just make sure you just gotta wiggle your way under there. It'll work at some point.
I think that's an altar.
This part is wonky too. For some reason it won't actually work unless you get April to click. You have to click on them to get her to actually watch them open the door. You can't just watch them yourself.
There must be some combination needed to open the door. I'll just try something. That's it. The combination needed to open the door.
And this next part, I actually ended up using a walkthrough because it can be kind of complicated and it's kind of like a maze in there. So just pay attention as I'm going through, and at each statue, turn it to the exact same thing that I'm turning it to.
This doesn't look like any of those creatures walking around. It must be a different species.
If you get confused, just go back to the beginning, start over, and try your best to avoid the trolls. That's the best advice I can give.
For some reason, I don't think these symbols were created by the creatures that live here now. I keep thinking I've seen a creature like this before. But where? Could this be the ancestor of a species in Arcadia?
If you get caught by one of the little troll-looking dudes, the big one comes out and it's very terrifying. I don't even think there is a way to fight it. If someone has fought it and won, let me know. Okay, gotta get back to the statue I was at. And I'm gonna actually be careful this time.
I keep thinking I've seen a creature like this before. But where? Could this be the ancestor of a species in Arcadia? It's a strange, alien... That wall doesn't look very solid. I can't climb up that way. The whole wall might collapse. looks a bit scary. It's a sarcophagus. There's something glowing in there, and I can hear a ticking sound. There's a glowing object in there. And is that ticking? It sounds like clockwork. There's an empty slot in the center of the gate. Maybe it's for some kind of key.
All right, this is where I'm going to leave off this episode. I feel like that was a lot of thinking for this time around. And I think there's obviously still more to come. But lots of puzzles in this one. Hope you guys are enjoying so far. Again, sorry about the audio issues. It would probably be a lot better without them. Leave a like if you feel like it. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.
An ocean, a cave, a dream that no one could save, a shelter, a whole act.